and welcome back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I'm Sarah Joy. I am at home today. I took the day off from work to rest my knees so that I didn't have to stand all day. But that does not mean that I'm going to be sitting all day either. I'm going to balance my rest with movement today. I did get a good night's sleep, which was helpful, and it's about 8:30. My husband and daughter just got back from running an errand, and I'm getting ready to get my day started, so I figured I'd take you along with me. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my water made, and then I'm going to start prepping some food for the day. So I am going to get my water going. You can just come along with me as I get everything made. So now that I've got my ice, I'm going to make fizzy water because that's what I love. So I do have a SodaStream eTerra. And what I do is I have 3 of these bottles. I fill them up, put them in the fridge, and then I let them get cold so that they're already cold, so that water's cold when I put it in my cup. And I do like my water super fizzy, so I fizz it on a 3. While that's fizzing, I'm going to come over and I'm going to get my vitamins. And I believe that means my husband used the last of my syrup. Did you use the last of my syrup?
Strawberry lemonade?
Yes.
Yes. There's one more bottle.
I know, but you're supposed to tell me when you use the last of it.
It was like 2 little drops.
There was more than 2 drops.
It barely flavored my water.
You drink more sweetener than I do.
I didn't put.
All right, so I'm gonna open this. I do like flavored water, so I have this skinny syrup. This is one of my favorite ones. This is the Meyer Lemon Raspberry. So once my water's done fizzing, I just take my bottle and I get my Daily Minerals. I buy the really big bottle of Daily Minerals and then I put it into this little dropper bottle that I got on Amazon. The bottle is glass, but the dropper is plastic. I do want to eventually replace the dropper. But I take 1 full drop and go ahead and drop that in my water. And then I put my lid on and just gently mix it together. Then my water is going to go into my Stanley. The reason why I love this Stanley so much is it fits an entire bottle of water into it. So I'll get this filled in just a moment. And then I'm going to finish opening my syrup. And then I just take a little splash and I dump it in. It's probably not even a full tablespoon, and they say a serving size is, I believe, it says 1 fluid ounce, so there should be like 25 servings in here. I can make it last a lot longer than that because I like my water flavored and sweetened, but it's kind of like, as my daughter says, I make a LaCroix type version. It has a little bit more flavor than that. She's like, I just run the essence over it. So that's my water ready to go. And then I am obsessed with egg pudding. So I eat it every week and make it several times a week. Perfect. So I'm gonna come over here and I've got my Instapot out and ready to go. And I am going to hard boil 18 eggs today. I am gonna make 2 batches of pudding, so I need 24 hard boiled eggs, but I have some already done. So I do wanna show you this cool little conniption thing that I've got. I got it on Amazon and it allows me to cook 18 eggs in my pressure cooker at once. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my eggs in my pressure cooker and get them all stacked together. Once it's all together, I'll show you what it looks like. And I have a couple broken eggs in here, which is not fun. I'll have to get a couple more eggs out. That one's broken too. Sometimes grocery delivery is not as pleasant as you would like it to be because I always end up with broken eggs. I've just found 4 in this thing, and that is frustrating. I think that one's gonna be okay, but it's cracked too. There's 5, 6, 7. Wow, I'm really disappointed. And it's been a couple weeks, so I can't even go back and put it in. Let me get more eggs. So I do have more eggs. I do have to put in my little extra part into my Instapot. Once it's in there and all together, I'll show you, and I got all my eggs in there, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I will pause this and come back and show you what it looks like when I have my egg tray set together. All right, so here I've got my egg trays in there. You can see the second one sits right on top of the first one. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put my remaining eggs in, and then I'll show you what it looks like when they're all together. All right, so here are my eggs all put together. I just gotta get some water in there and get them hard boiling. So I'll check back with you in just a few moments and let you know what my plans are for the rest of the day. So my eggs are now officially hard boiling in my Instapot, and I am going to go and I'm going to do a little bit of homework, but throughout today I'm going to kind of intersperse homework with some meal prep. I am going to be trying out the recipe that I'm going to be showing you guys on Wednesday. So it'll come out on Wednesday. So I'm trying that recipe tonight. I've made parts of it before, but I've got a new idea that I need to work out and make sure it all works correctly before I show it to you. So hopefully that will go well. So I'm making egg pudding today. I'm going to make some creamies as well today because I only have 2 left in the freezer. And I'm calling it a carnivore-ish challenge. But it's really technically, if you want to say, it's like more ketovore or no veggies, no fruits. So I'm not doing fruits and veggies. I'm not doing things like keto brick. I am going to take advantage of keto chow and keto chow core whenever I can. And I will probably be still using my keto brains because I really, really enjoy those as well. And they don't seem to bother me too much. So right now I'm trying to take my carb count and I'm trying to stay around 10 instead of around 20. And we'll just see if that helps. I am getting rid of the veggies because I'm wondering if there's a little bit of inflammation left from that. The other thing that I could totally ditch is going to be dairy, but I'm not ready for that. So that may be next month. We'll see how things go with that. So I am going to let my eggs cook, and I'm gonna go get some discussion boards done because I gotta finish my week 1 homework and continue working on week 2. I have a busy week. I'm going to be hanging out with a friend on Tuesday all day, so I have to prep ahead on my homework. And then the following week, my daughter's coming, so I am trying, she's going to be here for a week, and I'm trying to get as much done as I can now so I can spend some more time with her instead of spending most of my time doing just schoolwork. All right, I will check back in with you as the day progresses and just take you along with what I do. I will talk to you guys in a little while. All right, my eggs are done in the Instapot. I did get most of one assignment done, which is pretty good, and I'm gonna finish that before I start pudding. But I wanna go ahead and I wanna get my eggs out of the Instapot so that they can start getting cooled off and I can make my egg pudding. So I'm just pulling these out with tongs. I love when they come out super easy. Some of these cracked, but it wasn't too bad. And then I just use my tongs for my, that easily comes off just like that. And then I can move on to the next little ones. I have decided which 2 flavors I'm going to try this time. So far with egg pudding, my favorite is the chocolate peanut butter followed by the pumpkin spice caramel, which tastes just like a pumpkin pie. And I think I have an idea about trying to make some sort of crust at when it's closer to Thanksgiving, and actually trying to turn it into a no-bake pumpkin pie, but we'll see how that goes. So this time I'm going to try birthday cake. I'm not sure how I'm gonna like this. Birthday cake is my favorite. I love it as a creamy, I love it as a shake. So I'm gonna take a chance and try it as pudding because it could be very good. The other one that sounds amazing that I'm gonna try is salted caramel. So I will be making those both later today, and I will let you know what I think after they've had some time to sit. Once my eggs have cooled off, I'm gonna do my pudding and make my creamies, so I'll be back to talk about my creamies and stuff in just a little bit. So I just finished making my egg puddings. So far I think they're gonna be fantastic. In this one I have my birthday cake. So what I did for the birthday cake differently is I added a 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract. I wanted to play up that a tiny bit, but not have it to be so overwhelming, because almond can be very, very overwhelming. And I also did 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. The recipe does call for 2 teaspoons, but a little extra liquid was not going to make a big difference. So that's how I did the birthday cake. And the one that I'm really, really excited about, surprisingly enough, is salted caramel. That is been one of my favorites profiles for a long time. When I make my tea in the morning, I use salted caramel syrup. So I love salted caramel oolong. I love salted caramel chocolate, salted caramel ice cream. I've been about salted caramel for about several years now. So I'm super excited about this pudding. And what I did is I took a 1/4 teaspoon of my Redmond's real salt and put it in there. I wanted to play up the salt just a little bit without it being like, oh my goodness, that's salty. So I did add a little of that. And then I added in 2 teaspoons of caramel extract. This is the Watkins one. That's the one that I've used for years and years. I really enjoy the flavor of that one. I don't use it a whole lot, but I still enjoy it and use it. So that is my egg puddings. Those are gonna go in the refrigerator to chill. And later this afternoon, after they've had some time to sit, I'll come back and I'll do a taste test and let y'all know what I thought of them and if I want to make further adjustments next time. I did use the last of my salted caramel keto chow, so I'm gonna have to order some more of that. I'm gonna be really sad that if it's my favorite one and I don't have any right now, because I can't order keto chow for another couple weeks. But as soon as I place that order, I have a feeling that salted caramel is gonna be on there again. All right, so I am going to go now and do some more homework assignments. I'm going to try and knock out 2 discussion board responses, and then I'm going to come back and I am going to probably eat lunch. I'm starting to feel hungry-ish, and I haven't eaten yet today. And then I'm gonna make some creamies after that and then finish up more homework. I'm hoping to get on my loom today and do some knitting. I started a sweater the other day that I am kind of obsessed with. So I have had an easy time of trying to sit down every day and knit for like 20 minutes to an hour. Last night, since I know I didn't have to work this morning, I put on a TV show and I just knitted for like 2 hours watching TV. It was fabulous. It's what I needed just to relax and wind down. So hopefully I can budget in some time for that today as well. All right, I'll check back with you guys when I either make some creamies or eat some food. Talk to you later. Hello, I'm coming back to you because it's 11 o'clock and I am starting to get hungry. So I am going to make some chicken nuggets here in a few minutes. I am going to try something different because I've never done chicken nuggets, period, other than the old kind that you used to just open the bag, dump, and bake. But I am going to take 2 cans of canned chicken. I have 2 eggs. I'm going to use some of this Red Hot original seasoning to make like a buffalo chicken wing, and then I'm also going to use some cheese. I'm going to mix those all together and make little nuggets to put in the oven. So I'll be starting that shortly. I am working on my homework and I'm feeling just a bit frustrated right now because I understand the process of how things are going, but I have a professor who's very interactive and gives lots of feedback, which is fantastic and is totally not a complaint. But when you go and you respond to people's discussions, she responds to your discussion, which I love, again, and then asks you questions, which require you to do more research. I get it, but right now I'm feeling a little bit frustrated and a little overwhelmed because I still have my other professor in my other class is doing the same thing. So I'm just trying to get my requirements done and respond to everybody and do my responses that are required for the class. And now I've got to respond and do more research. So I'm feeling overwhelmed that I have a lot on my plate. I'm just coming to talk and be real because that's part of being a PhD student. It's all gonna work out. I'm gonna get it all done and I'm gonna get everything that is required done and then some, because the whole part of the discussion is to get you to think critically and think on different areas and go from there. So it's a good thing, but just at this particular moment, I happen to be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. My knees are really starting to bother me. So I don't know how much more standing I am going to do in the kitchen. I'm going to get my stuff done and we're going to go from there. I do need to go for a walk today, regardless of the fact of my knees hurting. So I may have to actually break down and take some Aleve to help with this pain. I'm thinking I'm hypermobile. I don't know what's going on. I know I have arthritis in the one knee. I probably have it in the other. If I am hypermobile, that can increase arthritis and you can develop arthritis at a younger age. I'm starting to notice some issues in my hips as well. So one of the things I'm going to do soon in the next few weeks is replace my shoes. I don't like to replace those super often because I already replace them twice a year. And I don't want to get on a schedule where I'm replacing them every 3 months. I can't afford that. So I try to keep it around 6 months and I'm due in another month or so to do that. But in the meantime, I'm trying to remember not to lock my knees. So I'm trying to remember to stand with my knees bent, which I don't know if it's helping because every time I bend my knees to remember to bend them, my legs get really tired feeling. So hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll be able to figure out if something is actually going on with my knees. In the meantime, I'm just focusing on walking. I'm not doing any strength training of my lower body. I want to work on some stuff for upper body. I just haven't figured out yet how I want to do that without incorporating a lot of leg work in with it, because I definitely don't want to be doing too many like lunges really hurt. I can probably do some squats at this point, so I may incorporate some of them. It just depends on how they're feeling. Right now, I just know that I don't want to aggravate them anymore because it's pretty uncomfortable. But all right, I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna get these chicken nuggets going and I will show you what they look like when they're done. As well as my lunch. I think my lunch is gonna be these chicken nuggets. I have some sausage patties that need to be cooked and used up today. So I'm gonna have those so that I don't let those go to waste. And I have some leftover burger patties that I may or may not throw in there. I don't think I'm gonna need them. I think between the chicken nuggets, which I won't eat all, I'm planning to make extra for my daughter, and the sausages, I should be pretty full, but we'll see how it goes. All right, I'll check back with you shortly. I am done making my chicken nuggets. Those came together pretty quickly. I got 24. I'm getting ready to put them in the oven. They're gonna go in the oven for about 12 minutes. So I'm gonna do that and start cooking my sausage. I am done cooking my lunch. I cooked up 6 sausage patties. I'm probably gonna have only 3. And then I did finish my chicken nuggets. I'm pretty happy with how they turned out so far. I haven't tasted it yet. See if I can get one off this pan. But that's what the chicken nuggets look like. So they look like they held together pretty good. I made 24. I'm probably gonna have 12 maybe. We'll see how much I end up actually eating. But I'm gonna let that cool a minute, and then I'll show you what the tray looks like with the nuggets, and then I'll come back and I'll do a taste test. So here is the tray of my finished chicken nuggets. So they do look pretty good. I'm super excited. I will come back in just a moment and do a taste test and tell you what I think. Okay, so I got my chicken nuggets off the pan. I do so far like them. They've got a nice coating on the bottom, and they did hold together really well. Let's see how they do as far as flavor goes. Really good. So here is my lunch. I'm gonna have 12 chicken nuggets, which is about half of them, 3 sausage patties, and then I took some Fage whole 5% Greek yogurt, and I added some Porking Good ranch to it to make a ranch dip to go with my chicken nuggets. I did have my daughter taste test them. She said the nuggets were also very good. So that will be meal number 1 today, and then it'll be back to homework for me. Hello, so I'm taking a break from homework. I have one more small writing assignment to do. I have to respond to a discussion board for my last class. I just got done finishing for the 2 responses and responding to everybody that responded to me in the other class, and responding to everybody that's responded to me too in my culture class so far too. So I just have one more response to do, and my brain is tired. So I took out the puppy and I've come over into our solarium to grab my plant that I always forget to water. And I haven't watered it in over a week, so I'm gonna grab that, water that plant, and then I think we're going to make some creamies. All right, I'm back in the kitchen. I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna start prepping stuff for dinner. I have some bacon that I'm gonna cut up, and I have some sausage that I'm going to cut up and get ready to go for tonight's dinner dish. This way, if they're cooked already, all I gotta do is throw everything together. I am going to go ahead and have a creamy, or not a creamy. See, I need the energy boost. I haven't had any caffeine today. Didn't have my keto brains, didn't have my tea, coffee, nothing like that. I've just had water so far. So what I am going to have is I'm going to have a Celsius. And then I'm going to make some creamies. I know I am going to make at least 2 chocolate peanut butter, because I think that's all the chocolate peanut butter I have left. So that will finish up this bag, which means I'm gonna need to order a bag soon. The other one I'm going to make is I'm gonna make pecan sticky bun of ultimate awesomeness, because everybody keeps telling me this is fantastic as a creamy, and I've been holding on to these because I like it and I don't want to use it, which is sad. But now that it's back as a seasonal flavor and you can order it now, I'm going to go ahead and use it and then order a few more. I'm also going to try chai latte as a creamy. I did not like this one as much as I thought I was going to when I tried it as a shake. So I haven't been brave enough to try it. It's not bad. It just didn't have the flavor profile that I was wanting. So I'm gonna try it again and see, now that it's been a couple months, if that's still my thought. And then my favorite, of course, is birthday cake. I really hope they bring that one back because it is my favorite. But I was very smart and I bought like 30 of them. So I have rationed them out, 1 or 2 a week, and it'll last me a while. All right, so I'm going to prep my stuff and I'll come back and I'll show you how many creamies I actually ended up making, and we'll go from there. So I just finished making my creamies. I ended up making 6. So I will have 8 for the freezer. I have 2 more creamy containers left, and I'm hoping I can actually figure out how to get them in my freezer, and then I might just make all of my creamies. Usually when I get that many creamies in the freezer, it means the meat is dwindling, which is why I don't always have a lot of creamies in my freezer. I know one of our big goals for next year is we are going to get a small freezer to go in our laundry room. We have a little bit of space next to our water heater where we can stick that. And I think that is going to be a very beneficial thing for us, because a lot of times I can't take advantages of sales because I have a tiny apartment refrigerator freezer. We had one in North Carolina and I miss it. But we're also getting a Costco here in Claremont in a few months. And I've already decided I am getting a Costco membership. I am going to save money and I'm going to put it away out of my regular grocery budget. And it's going to go to a Costco budget and we're going to go about once a month. And having a freezer would greatly benefit us. So here's the creamies that I got. I got 2 chocolate peanut butter. I'm really sad because I actually used the last of my chocolate peanut butter. I think I have a couple small individual packets of chocolate peanut butter, but that one is one of my favorites, so it's kind of sad. I will be ordering more soon. And then I did chocolate mint. I did the chai latte and the pecan sticky bun. I tasted the batter of the mixture of the chai latte, and I have decided officially that that one is not for me. It's not that I don't love it. Well, I don't love it. I love chai latte itself, but I've noticed in this version there's more cardamom, and cardamom is like perfume. I don't like the taste of it. So that one is not for me, and that's okay. I don't have to like every one of them. So yeah, I realize I say so a lot. It is definitely my bridge word. But yep, I got birthday cake and stuff like that. So I'm going to get these in the freezer and see how I can do with that. My husband is going to be home shortly. I have pre-cooked the bacon, pre-cooked the sausage. So I will be able to start on tonight's dinner experiment-ish. I know what I'm doing, but we had gone a couple weeks ago. We went for my birthday and they had these Denver frittatas. So I'm making something similar to that. On the top of that frittata, they had a cheese sauce. So I am going to make a cheese sauce and potentially a hollandaise sauce because I want to see which one tastes better. And maybe I'll make both. On the recipe video, we'll see how it goes. But as soon as hubby gets here, if the weather holds out, we're going to go for a walk because I need to get my exercise minutes up. Since school started this past week, it's been down with my knees hurting. My exercise minutes have been down. I want to try to get my strength training back in next week as well, at least for the upper body. And I'm going to start doing some of the ones from physical therapy for my knees and see if I can get those to improve. They're not doing bad today because I'm able to rest as I need to and I'm not having to stand for 8 to 10 hours out of the day. But I don't want to completely sit because that doesn't help me at all either. That makes them worse and that makes me very unhappy. So let me get these creamies in the freezer and we'll see if I have any room for any more. And I will check back with you as we prep dinner, we go on our walk, and just finish out the rest of our day here. All right, so we came up to the lake and we're going for a walk. We're going a different direction than I normally go. So this will be fun. I don't know how far we're gonna go, but we're just gonna enjoy a walk. It's a lovely day. It's a little cloudy as you can see, and there's a good nice breeze and it's not too hot, which is a nice change. I think it's only about 88 degrees. So I'm gonna say it feels like fall today, or at least Florida fall, but I'm super excited about it. So we'll check in as we walk. All right, so I've got a mile so far. My knee is starting to feel it, so I think I am going to do 1 more mile and then we're gonna turn around and go back. So I'll do a total of 4 miles. That should be a decent walk. Walking at about 17 minutes a mile, so not too bad. All right, I'll check in a little bit. All right, so we're cutting this walk short. We're gonna do 3 miles. So I've done 1.5 miles. My knee's feeling wobbly and kind of weak. So I wanna make sure that I make it back and I'm able to do so relatively safely without falling, because falling would be bad. My pace is slowed a tiny bit. I'm doing 17.18 miles or mile per hour basically. So yeah, we'll be back to the car in about 20 or so minutes, 25 minutes, and then I'm gonna head home and cook some dinner. So we made it home and I have cooked dinner. I did not show you any of that process because it is for next week's cooking video, but I will show you what my dinner looks like. So we'll go from there. And then after that, I've got some homework to do. And I do apologize if you can hear my neighbor's children. They're out in the corridor yelling at each other. So let me show you what my dinner looks like. Here is my dinner. This one is inspired by the breakfast we had at Crystal Palace. So I have some mini frittatas with a homemade cheese sauce on top. So that's what I am having. And then I'm going to go and finish up my last homework assignment. Good morning. It is now Sunday, September 3rd, and it's about 6:30 in the morning. I've been up for a little bit. I'm just kind of sitting here relaxing because my knees are really bothering me this morning. I think it had a lot to do with my walk, but I'm going to get some homework done, and I'm going to go ahead and end this video since last night I ate dinner and I went and I did my last homework assignment to finish week 1 homework. So today I officially have to start on week 2 homework, and my plans are going to be mostly reading and getting a few things done around the house. So I will get this ended and get it uploaded so you guys can see my Saturday of just prepping food, a little bit of eating, a little bit of exercise, and mostly homework. We will talk to you guys soon. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment. All that sort of stuff is wonderful and helps. And have a wonderful week.